This segment is brought to you by Riceworks, the gourmet brown rice crisps made with whole grain brown rice that lets you give into good.
One of our treasured sponsors here at Real Life is Riceworks, and as we know, they have a fantastic product full of all kinds of goodness. And of course, they want to give into good by celebrating and highlighting charities in our communities that are showing us their goodness. And of course, we're excited to be here today at AboutFace, a wonderful organization highlighting how we can have an impact on facial differences in children and people of all ages. And what better person to join us to talk about this is somebody who actually gave birth to a child 9 years ago with a facial difference. So she knows firsthand the many levels that this type of issue can impact on day-to-day living. So of course, we're happy to have Donna Bantis.
Thank you, nice to be here.
I'm so thrilled that you're here. Now tell us, Donna, you were telling me earlier that you have a son, 9-year-old
Yes.
son, with a facial difference.
Yes.
Tell us about your experience as a mom.
Absolutely. It was pretty overwhelming, actually. My son was born 9 years ago. We found out a week before that we were having a child with a facial difference, and my midwife told me. And I fell apart.
Yeah.
I seriously did. It was probably it was the most traumatic experience that I've had in my life. My husband and I both didn't know what to do. I sobbed nonstop for hours after I got the news, and it was really hard to process. We didn't know what he was going to look like. We just knew he was going to be different.
Right.
And we had to wait for the news a week later. And I had him, and I was pretty much a basket case for the first little while. I was scared and alone, and I didn't know who to talk to. I didn't know what to do. Mm-hmm. My sister found the number for AboutFace for me, and she didn't know who they were. She just found a phone number and said call, and I was desperate to find something to help myself and for my husband. And we called, and they put us in touch with a family, and we went and met a family who introduced us to their son, who was born with the same facial difference as mine, and they gave us tons of information and help, and got us to a place where mentally we were ready to handle the situation.
Well, now, personally, I know too, from a family perspective, my cousin was born with a severe cleft palate, and of course, you know, as a family member, you're excited to welcome a new family member into your fold.
Yes.
But there's so many social things that go with that. Now, I'm so excited. Now, we didn't have this resource 25 years ago, but thanks to your involvement with AboutFace, good things have happened. You've got a wonderful parenting workbook.
We do.
Tell us briefly about this.
We do. This is a booklet that actually I'm the author of, and I'm very proud to be the author of. You know, interestingly enough, having gone through the experience, I know what it's like for every parent out there. Mm-hmm. And the book is a DVD and a workbook, and it's a coaching workbook, and it deals with we look at the grieving cycle, and we help you to get to a good place, because if you can't get there as a parent to a really great place, your child grows up feeling alone and abandoned in a way, because we need to give our kids the tools, but we have to be in a good place first. So
to be able to do that.
It's so important, and we deal with teasing and bullying in the book, and staring, and the first time going out in public, which is unbelievably difficult to do, and time after time people just coming up to you.
Well, now the realities are you have to live with this, but in order to help, we have to have money to do that.
Absolutely.
And being involved with AboutFace is so important, which is why we're thrilled to have one of your colleagues with us, Elizabeth Fisher.
Yes.
Hi, Elizabeth.
Hi,
Now,
thank you for having us.
You're quite welcome. So tell us how people can get actually involved with AboutFace and not only raise funds, but actually help to make a difference with people living with facial differences.
Well, AboutFace provides a multitude of opportunities. I'm glad you brought that up, because helping and becoming involved isn't just money. Now, of course, since we are the only organization in Canada that offers support and services to people with facial differences, money is very important in order to keep those programs running. But the other ways you can become involved is be a volunteer at our camp. We have 5 camps across Canada, and we're always looking for people to help us out during those retreats. fundraising. We have ideas and kits for anyone from a parent up to a senior citizen, that ideas for you to get involved and host in your community, in your school, within your family. So if you go to our website, which is aboutface.ca, we have a toolkit and an online brochure that makes it 1, 2, 3, easy as that, to help become involved.
Right, right. And of course, you know, you were talking about these camps, and they just look like so much fun. And I know kids love camp. I mean, it's so important, but it's so empowering, isn't it, for children to be around other children with similar issues and to empower them and give the tools. You do that as an organization as well.
Absolutely. So it is exclusive camps strictly for kids with facial difference. So a lot of times they come in scared, having lived the first 10 years of their life being teased and bullied and ostracized. And here we provide them with 3 days of unique experiences and activities where they're around kids that are like them, that are different in their own ways, but different. There is no judgment. They can be exactly who they are. They discover who they are and how wonderful people they are and how they can give back to the community and fulfill all their dreams.
That's wonderful. Now, the camps are just one of the programs, and you have so many. Can you highlight just briefly a couple of other ways that people can be involved, not just with the camps?
Well, they can become an AboutFace ambassador. So what is that? That is getting out in your community, in your school, within your family, and or a professional association, and raising funds for AboutFace, spreading the word, having us in for presentations. We do keynote speaking at different conferences. We do teaching seminars to healthcare professionals, and also create a giving circle. So if you are a professional and you want to get your colleagues involved in a great cause, whether it be through time or, again, spreading the word, you can host a little party or seminar for yourself and help us spread the importance throughout the different communities.
Yeah. Now, I was overwhelmed when I read on your website how many people are affected with facial differences. What is your membership here at AboutFace?
Our membership is about 10,000 individuals, but every year there are 10,000 babies that are born with a facial difference in Canada alone, and another 50,000 that are affected or acquired difference through either an accident, fire, trauma, or disease. So the amount of people out there that need support is incredible. And again, since we are the only charity in Canada that does that, your help in spreading the awareness and bringing in the funds needed to keep us going is quite important. And next year we are celebrating our 25th anniversary.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you.
Well, and you know what, 25 years ago approximately, I can't remember the age of my cousin, but you know what, I think he's about that, and they did feel isolated, and thanks to people like yourselves making a difference, this might, you know, we don't have to be isolated anymore. There's all these great resources, and by those numbers, according to those numbers, you will know someone at some point in your life that is affected by this. Yeah. Well, thank you both so much for sharing this great information. What an incredible organization and great work that you're doing, and we're just so thrilled that we could have you on Real Life to talk about it.
Thank you for having us.
It's been
Well,
a pleasure.
yes. So now Riceworks really wants to give into good and want you to show us your goodness. So of course, go to showusyourgoodness.com and you can nominate a charity of your choice, one like this or many others, and we'll be highlighting more on Real Life in the weeks to come. If you have any health and wellness questions, don't hesitate to contact me directly at Margaret@reallife on cts.com.